So get the absolute value bars alone, and then have a positive equation and negative. Because those numbers are the same distance away from 0, once you solve both of them, you'll have your 2 answers. The only time you'll get 1 answer is if it's 0. Okay, we'll start with, it's number 7 because obviously we're continuing 1.1. Oh my goodness, sorry. Okay. Look here, are these bars, is there anything else surrounding these bars right now on that side? No, and so we would say the bars are already alone. Check, your bars are alone, if you want to write that. Again, these are your notes, so make them yours. So what that's saying is the absolute value distance is 6. There's 2 numbers that have an absolute value of 6, a distance of 6. It's positive and negative. So this is where you're going to see me split it into 2 equations. The bars now go away. One of your equations is positive, is equal to positive 6. The other one is equal to negative 6. Because both of those numbers have a distance of 6. Okay, again, if you are someone who likes to do this like balancing line, you can. I see minus 4, what's the opposite of subtraction? Addition. So you always do the opposite when you're moving something to the other side. That would get me x is equal to 6 plus 4 is 10. So that's one of your answers. And now your other one, you're solving the same way. So again, you have to add the 4 because it's subtraction. I do the opposite. Negative 6 plus 4 is negative 2. So you get 2 answers on these equations because there's 2 numbers that have an absolute value of 6. Number 8, your bars are already alone, so you're good. What I mean is that there's no other number on that side, so now you're going to split it up into the 2 equations. Okay, notice you have it equal to a negative 5 right now, and so this first one you can have just be 3x plus 1 equals negative 5. What do you think the other one is going to be? Positive 5. Okay, and you solve both equations. If you're someone who can solve these without me, go for it. If not, the first thing we want to do is get rid of that plus 1. It's addition. What's the opposite of addition? Subtraction. So I should see you subtract 1 to cancel out the addition. So 3x is equal to negative 5 minus 1 is negative 6. And then you would divide by 3 because that's multiplication. One of your answers is negative 6 divided by 3, so negative 2. Okay, same exact steps, which is nice. Okay. Okay, so I subtract 1, which is what gets you the 4. And then you divide by 3, which if you do that in a calculator, I think it's what, 1.3 repeating? Okay, it's early. Which I do not want you to put 1.3 repeating. It's not the worst thing in the world, but you should leave it as 4/3. All right, remember if I call on you, it's not because I'm trying to make your life miserable. I just would like to hear what you have to say. Okay, what needs to happen before you really get going? Charlie, what do you think?
Get the sum, or get the lines, the absolute value.
So to do that, what needs to move?
Add the 7.
Yeah, you got to add the 7 over first before you split it up, okay? Because the absolute value is what has the positive and negative value, so you got to get rid of 7 first. So plus 7 over. And then we would have, keep the bars for now. 3x plus 9 is equal to 3. Then you can split it up into your 2. You have a 3x plus 9 is equal to positive 3. And 3x plus 9 equals negative 3. because -3 and +3 are both 3 away from 0. Okay, you don't have to necessarily wait on me. If you can do this part on your own, that's totally fine. But I'll do it on the board. So a bar here. How do I undo +9? Malachi, what do you think I should do? Yep. So 3x is equal to -6. Lincoln, what next?
And then just divide it separately.
Yep. So I get -2. Your steps are exactly the same on the next one. Your numbers are just going to be a little bit different. So subtract your 9. Okay, remember I do not want your negative numbers to be the reason you struggle in Algebra 2. So if you're like -3 minus 9, I don't know, then check it on a calculator, but it's -12. And if you divide by 3, what do y'all have? -4. Okay. Number 10 is kind of tricky. You're not used to seeing stuff like this. Talk at your table. Bars are not alone. What do you do with the 4? So we divided the 4 because that was multiplication, and now you can split it into your 2 answers. One of those equations is equal to +4. One of them is equal to -4. And you solve each separately, and I think you're going to get fractions for both. Ooh, if you put 0.5, it's not terrible, but I prefer a fraction. You subtract the 7, and then divide by 2. I think the first one would end up being, oh, not -2, sorry. Would end up being -1.5, is that right? Which, if you put that on a test, I would take it, but we talked about on Friday how it's better if you leave it as a fraction, like this, if it doesn't turn out to be nice like that. So -3 halves would be the best way to leave it, and then I think your other one ends up being -11 halves, because you subtract 7, and then divide by 2.